Okay, not all weeks you're going to have lectures, and a total of 7 hours of lectures only. Okay, so if you go to your Google Classroom, you have your lecture notes ready. The grey ones are yet to be posted, so I only post on a weekly basis. Okay, so I'm going to inform you about weekly activities. All right, so I'm going to repeat this for H&M students. Now, for this course, you are required to do 10 weekly activities. Okay, 10 weekly activities meaning after each lecture, the first hour. Okay, so the second hour is for you to do activities. Okay, so speaking activities. Okay, so there are a total of 10 activities minus the assessment weeks. So we have started actually since last week. So you can still submit. Okay, if you go to week 1 activity, it's just an icebreaking activity. So you have to record yourself a video or a self introduction. Okay, talking about your personal life, hobbies, anything that you wanted to share. Okay, anything unique about you. Okay, share it. Share the video. You can submit your video if you're doing it on your phone. You have the options to share links as well. Okay, you can go to Google Drive. Make sure you open up the setting for me to view your video. Okay, you can share Google Drive link, whatever cloud storage link. Okay, Instagram link. If you have, if you want to do specific, if you want to specify your one account for ELC590, that is. Okay, Facebook also, yes, please specify it for ELC590 so that I can view. Okay, or YouTube links. Okay, so make sure if it's on YouTube links, you change the settings into unlisted. Okay, unlisted meaning public the public cannot view your video. Okay, so this is for educational purpose only. So if you have your own YouTube channel, that is your YouTube account. Okay, of course you can use your UATM Google account to sign in for your YouTube. Okay, right. So any link or straight away upload your videos. Okay, so each activity, okay, every time you submit, okay, the moment you submit, the moment I can view your video, you are entitled for half mark. Okay, so a total of 5%, no, not 5%, 5 marks, okay, will be added up to your speech later in persuasive speech. Okay, so you have to, or you might want to submit all the activities, speaking activities. If not, you will lose your 5 marks. Okay, half mark each times 10 activities, that will be 5 marks. 5 marks is a lot, trust me. Even 0.5 can change your grade. So you want it. Okay, so I believe you want to submit. So it's just a weekly activities, and I will not give feedback to everyone. So I will select some people randomly to give feedback on, and feedback will be given based on certain activities. If I'm not mistaken, activity number 4, 6, certain ones, and I will let you know when. The activities which are to prep you for the assessment, those are going to be given feedback. Okay, the rest, as long as you submit, I will give you marks. Okay, you are entitled to get that marks. Okay, all right. So week 1 is done. If you want to catch, if you have to catch up, so by submitting, so meaning to say you have 2 videos to submit this week. Okay, here HM, I would like to ask so far. Okay.
No.
Okay, yes, thank you. I think your silence doesn't know. For now, basically that is what it is. So you just have to, this is English for oral presentation. So your assessments will be assessed on your speaking skills. Okay, so let's start. We're going to start today because as I said, we have 1 hour, and in the meantime, please take your attendance, both education and HM students. All right, so I think you have this view on your screen. So by today, you can start selecting your topics, okay, and decide on your central idea on what to do, okay, about your introduction of your informative speech. So throughout the semester, you're going to learn 2 types of speeches and three types actually. So the first one is informative, the second is pitching, and the third one is persuasive speech. Now, pitching is it's like a shorter version of a simplified version of persuasive speech. Okay, so because you're going to pitch your idea, the thing that you wanted to do, and then when you go into persuasive, you're going to go into certain sequence, which I'm going, of course, which I'm going to teach you how to go about it. Okay, right. Now, before we go into selecting topics, you must know the similarities between public speaking and conversation. So this course is to prep you on, for public speaking. Now, when we converse, okay, we organize thoughts logically and we tailor the message to the audience. So these are the similarities. When we speak to your friends, okay, that you tell a story for maximum impact. Sometimes when you converse with your friends, you want to give very, impactful, um, you know, uh, in idea or whatsoever. You give out stories about you, stories about someone else's. Those are evidences, okay, to give impact. So, and then you adapt to listener feedback. Adapt to listener feedback meaning you respond. You sometimes the content of your speech uh, is based on how the audience respond. Okay, right? So you might change every now and then. But what about the difference? Okay, public speaking is more highly structured. Okay, so because in public speaking, you have an outline that you have to abide to. Okay, you have the introduction, you have the content, and you have the conclusion. But if it's conversation, okay, you can just speak without, now you can just go, you can just jump from one topic to another, and then you come back to the previous topic. Okay, that is not highly structured. But public speaking, yes. And I will show you the sample of outline, how you're going to outline your speech. Okay. Now, public speaking requires more formal language. Now, this one, it goes without saying. Of course, when you want to present, you cannot use the language, the everyday language, the colloquial language that you're using with your friends. Okay, you have there are certain expressions on how to start. Okay, greetings. Okay, how to express opinions, how to conclude. Okay, those kind of things. And public speaking requires a different method of delivery. So for conversation, there's no specific delivery method, but public speaking, yes. Okay, be it informative or be it persuasive, there are method of delivery. Like you need to have non-verbal gestures. You need to have vocal variety. Okay, you need to have uh, you need to display the correct attitudes, appearance, okay, grammar wise as well. So visual aids, okay, those are needed, but not for conversations. Okay, all right. So, and when we talk about communication process, okay, these are the elements needed in the communication process. Okay, I know. The what you call this, the slide says not to your liking, neither do I, but I'm making use of what the resource team has curated, okay, for the code. For the codes. Anyway, the code says revised only for 2 semesters. So um, only for this semester, so I prefer to use the resource team's materials. Okay, so this is the basic of speech communication process. I'm sorry, I'm not going to go into full window because I'm afraid more of you will be joining. So I don't want to minimize and then rejoin again. Okay. So in a speech communication process, you have the sender, you have the receiver, you have the message that you wanted to convey. Okay, you have the channel. The channel is the medium. Okay, be it verbal, non-verbal, or written form. Okay, those are channels. Okay, and then we have feedback. Okay, now feedback can exist or feedback can be absent sometimes. Okay, well, it depends. For example, if it's a radio broadcast or podcast, sometimes you don't get feedback from the listeners. Okay, so it depends. If it's one-way communication, if it's two-way, it should be reciprocal. So when, let's say in my lecture, if I want to use two-way communication, so I'm going to answer questions, and of course you have to respond. Okay. Now there's also interference, or in other words, we call it noise. Okay, noise could be your not literally noise. The interference could be in the form of noise, environment, other distractions, emotions. Visual impairments, okay, culture differences, okay, those are considered as interference. So this is the basic model of Shannon-Weaver model of communication process. All right, now we're going into speaking to inform. Okay, now speaking to inform. Now we're going to look at preparing informative speech and delivering. So we will look into one is informative speech in a bit. All right. So in order to prepare for an informative speech, okay, you have to first analyze the audience. Okay, choose a topic, narrow down the topic, gather information, prepare visual aids, and organize the speech. Okay, so basically these are, in general, these are the steps. Okay, but I will go into specific what is informative speech, yeah, in a bit. Okay. Now, so how do you analyze your audience's expectations? And how do you analyze your audience? Okay, so you need to know their expectations, the needs and interests. Okay, so for our class, it's rather evident. So expectations would be I will let you know later what kind of topics, okay, what are the needs. And interest would be, I would say, you know your interest best, okay, because you will also be the audience of your friend's informative speech. So when you are deciding your topic, you should know whether that particular topic will arouse interest among your audience, okay. Now, so in analyzing the audience, you have to find out their attitudes towards the topic, okay, against or in favor, meaning do they agree to that particular topic, okay. But anyhow, it's okay if they oppose to the topic, okay. So their relationship to you, superior or subordinate, especially if speaking to inform in the workplace, okay. And when I talked to my internship coordinator, he said that ELC590 is useful for the interns. I mean, interns as in UITM interns. So when you go out later for your internship, some of you need to present informative speech, and this kind of speech is really useful. Okay, the level of knowledge or experience. So sometimes, maybe you know your friends, okay, aka your audience, you know their level of knowledge or their level of experience. Okay, some topics are like way too, way too advanced, maybe. Okay, so you might don't want to go there because they might find it hard to comprehend later. Okay, so the information they require from your talk. So you have to know how is it that your presentation, okay, will benefit them. Okay, meaning what they require from the talk. Will it benefit your audience? Okay. Now, when you want to select a topic, okay, the topic is the subject of a speech. Okay, so you have to determine your audience, your purpose, okay, explore your topic and make a plan. Okay, so audience is clear cut. Audience is your friends, okay. purpose is the general purpose will be to inform. Okay, so for informative speech, general purpose would be to inform. If it's persuasive speech, the general purpose is to persuade. Okay, so that one is the general one. So how do we specify the purpose? To inform, okay, general just now. So to inform the audience about the health benefits of berries, for example, berries, the fruit berries, okay. Right. So if you want to persuade, the purpose will be to persuade the audience to buy, uh, to go for a minimalist deco for their home, macam tu. Okay. Right. So those are among the purpose that you can set for your presentation, for speech. So you should know what is it that you wanted to do. So for persuasive, for informative speech, there's none other than but to inform what. Okay, so but for persuasive, it should always be to persuade what. Okay, so you have to be clear with your purpose. Okay, right. So your audience is composed of those who will listen to your speech. So you have to ask yourself, who are your audience? What do my audience know about my topic? So you don't underestimate your audience. You don't underestimate your audience, and don't also overestimate your audience. When you overestimate, you might have speech like I think you already know. I think you already know. That one is overestimating. Okay. But underestimating is like the very basic, even the very basic, you still want to inform. Okay, so you have to know your audience. Let's say if you know your audience are your ITM students, okay, your ITM friends, and so if you want to talk about campus, you know that they have the basics about living on campus in UITM. Okay, right. So what do my audience need to know about my topic, and what do my audience feel about my topic? So don't worry about this. Okay, you will do activity 2 today, the weekly activity 2 today, and you can discuss with your friends. Okay, you can discuss whether your topic is interesting for the class. Okay, for your speech. So what do my audience expect? Standard spoken English, okay, accurate information. These are the things that we expect from a presenter. Okay, logical presentation of ideas, followed directions of the assignment, okay, time limit. Okay, so this one, do not worry, okay, because of course you have to fulfill the requirement. All right. So purpose is the reason you are presenting. So I have informed you just now. There are two purposes for this course. Okay, it's either to inform or to persuade. In certain cases, you may use both, but one will be primary. But this one is not applicable for this code. Okay, all right. Now, so when you brainstorm for a topic, because today you're going to start selecting your topic, find a topic that is interesting, relevant to your audience. Okay, let's say if you're talking about how to be a good parent, for example, that topic is relevant to me, but that topic is not yet relevant, okay, at the moment for your audience. Okay, so if the topic is like how to excel in co-curricular activities, that one you can use. Okay, like how to how to how to manage your social media. For example, yes, you can do that because you can expect that all your audience has social media because your audience is your friend. Okay, so some topics you have to be careful. Okay, maybe some of them is not relevant. Okay, now a topic that you know about and comfortable with, even if you're not comfortable with the topic, yes, sure, but you can still, okay, you can still study, okay, and find resources, okay, to add points, to add information to your topic, even if you don't know much. But if you want to be confident, use something choose a topic that you know. Okay, at least you know about it and you can learn deeper. Okay, all right. So I don't want you to find. Okay, yeah, this one. The topic that is current or new to the audience is welcome. Okay, I don't want topics like ongoing unresolved issue like baby jumping. Okay, child marriage, smoking, vaping. Find something else, okay? Because it's not that I don't want to listen anymore. Of course, that is one. Um, and if you were the audience, would you like to listen about no smoking, baby jumping, vaping, plastic plastic issues? Right. Okay. So find something else that will be beneficial. I mean, something new, something that arouse interest. Okay. For your audience. Okay. Like for example, yesterday I found where did I found that topic? It says that there's a what you call that? There's a there's an island. Okay, Russian island and US island, sitting not so far next to next. Okay, but it has 21 hours of time difference. So that is something new, something that you want to inform. Okay, now not necessarily um, um, you know uh, new topics like that. You can also um, find topics from your everyday thing, mm, what could be like topic, for example, everyday, like bazaar Ramadan. Okay, so find something like bazaar Ramadan, bazaar menu in bazaar Ramadan. Everyday topic, but something new. So let's say you found, okay, what the first menu, okay, what macam tu. So everyday topic can be interesting. Okay, also new topic can also be interesting. Okay, but do not do not. I know you guys are, for example, you have uh hotel management students. HM, what program are you?
Tourism management.
Come again? Tourism management. Okay, tourism management, let's say, and those from education, you guys are from science background. So if you pick something too scientific, okay, full of jargons, so it might be hard for your audience, because your audience have uh, group from tourism. And those in tourism, if you talk about something specific, too technical about tourism, okay, you have audience from education faculty, so they might not understand the topic. So if you want to go for science or tourism topics, please mm, make something general. For example, less travel attractions in the world, for example. So there are so many topics. I have seen students being creative with their topic. So you can decide, okay, what is it that you want to inform, what is it that you want your audience, aka your friends, to know. Okay, what could be the topic that you want to know, you want them to know. Okay, so um yeah, so availability of sources. Okay, so can you support your topic with a graph? Okay, so you have to uh, at least find a graph, okay, to back up your topic, support your topic. Okay, graph or charts or whatsoever. Okay, statistics. Okay, to um to back up your points, to back up evidence as evidence. Okay, so I still remember a student from since this is years back, when I was doing face to face. This one student picked informative speech on Lyme disease. Lyme disease. I've never heard of Lyme disease. Okay, it's very, very new to me at least, and I bet the students too. But the way that student, AD student, AD student, what is AD? FSSR faculty, seni science seni reka. Okay, so art and design, yes, art and design student. I still remember how he made the presentation very informative, because I very informative and very, even though it's about disease, but I don't it feels like I'm not listening to a medical speech, so also there's this one from, I still remember, from education faculty years back, when we're doing face to face. This student presented about ice melting from the Arctic, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I think it's new, and I like it, and I like it when I also get to learn from your presentation. So when you leave your presentation, bear in mind that you want to inform or educate everyone else. So what you present can be forwarded. Okay, the information can be forwarded. That will be your uh, you know uh, Jariah. Okay. All right. Moving on. Okay, what to consider, a topic that won't make your audience uncomfortable. Of course, we are tied. Okay, our hands are tied with culture, so I don't want you to go for taboo topics. Anything related to religions, politics, gender bias, sexism. Okay, those kind of things. Okay, a topic that does not involve sensitive matters. Okay, or will make you too emotional. Um, Yes, do not go into that sensitive topics, talking about family to that extent that it will make you emotional, or um, um, mental issues which make you emotional. Please do not go over there. Okay, so a topic that you don't know much but willing to find out. Okay, this one what I said earlier. If you don't know much, you know something. Okay, but you're willing to find out. You plan to find resources. Why not? Okay, a topic that is not too broad. Okay, for example, health benefits. Okay, so when you pick a topic, you find your theme first. Okay, be it sports, health, lifestyle, fashion, for example, tourism. Okay, find the bigger, find the umbrella first, and then you can narrow it down. Okay, uh, for example, health. Okay, you want to talk about uh, intermittent fasting, not so new. Okay, maybe you want to go for intermittent fasting versus the actual fasting. Okay, so information that you wanted to know. Macam tu lah. Okay. All right. So a topic that is not lengthy, of course. Go back to your presentation. Presentation cost information. You have a minimum of 6 minutes only. There's no 6 to 10. Okay, doesn't mean that if you go into 10 minutes of presentation, you will get better marks. Okay, you can be presenting in 6 minutes and you have better marks than those who present in 8 to 10 minutes. So it's not about the time limit, it's about what you present. Okay, your presentation can be lengthy, a lot of things, but not unstructured, unclear. Can be that. Okay, so do not go for the length, do not go for the time limit. Okay, so you have to pick your content wisely. Okay, now the topic that is not opinion based, for example, English class can be interesting. So delicious food in Hat Yai. So these two, when it's opinion, okay, people can have, people can or might not agree with you. Okay, they can agree or disagree with you. So opinion based topics normally is more suitable for informative speech, persuasive speech, because you want to persuade them to agree with you. So you can say, for example, English class can be interesting. So in your persuasive speech, you you give out ways on how English classes can be interesting. Okay, of course, trivial, technical, sexism. Uh, so these are the topics that you have to avoid. Okay, so can I accomplish my purpose in the allotted time? Okay, now let's say you want to present about culture in Hat Yai. Okay, there are many things to cover. Okay, can you present it on time, 6 minutes, you or you can be selective. Maybe you can see the top three activities. The top five. Okay, or the main factors. Okay, the implications. Let's say you have 10 points. You have to choose the best few, okay, for that particular allotted time, 6 to 10 minutes. Okay, you cannot be too ambitious. You must make sure that you can accomplish your purpose, and your purpose is to inform, okay, your audience, okay, within the time limit. Okay, so how do you narrow your topic? Is your topic specific? Like, for example, you talk about health just now. Too broad. Okay, does your topic contain only one idea? For example, the advantages and disadvantages of traditional medicine. So you have two ideas. Are you sure you can compare and contrast within 6 minutes both advantages and disadvantages? So you might want to check. Okay, so is your topic achievable? Like history of China. So you can go for the whole semester about history of China. So what is it about history of China that you want them to know? Okay, for example, the history, the origins of uh, Jalur Gemilang, for example. Okay, so that is one very specific one. So you talk about not Malaysia, okay, not all the flags in of the states in Malaysia, but only talk about the origin of that particular flag, Jalur Gemilang. Okay, all right. Now, how you write titles, effective versus ineffective. Now, topic. Cheating, the topic is cheating in college, okay, plagiarism, whatsoever. So ineffective titles would be don't do it or cheating. Okay, students cheat for many different reasons. Okay, now why are these ineffective? This one we don't have idea. Don't do what? Okay, and this one is cheating. Okay, we know it's cheating. So boring. So you don't want to go for that title. Okay, and then students cheat for many different reasons. This one is too straightforward. Okay, I know your speech is about reasons why students cheat. Okay, we know they cheat because they want to pass with flying colors. So not interesting anymore. So effective titles you can go for like cheaters never win, or cheating in higher education, a bit more specific. Why do students cheat? Or cheat? Why not? Okay, that is attracting, isn't it? So these are among ways to tackle the titles. Okay. All right. So another one. Okay, for example, Bermuda Triangle. So you want to inform about Bermuda Triangle. What is it? So ineffective is three secrets of Bermuda Triangle. So okay, you're going to reveal the three secrets. That is too straightforward. Okay, it's not calling, right? It's not calling your audience to listen. So you might need to have what you call that, a topic that is very engaging, very attractive one. Okay, for example, Bermuda Triangle, what you don't know. Okay, so today I'm going to tell you that. Okay, so other titles would be deadly scenes of presentations, motivating people in boring jobs. So these are among informative speech that you can go for, like the physics of football. Okay, Facebook poisoning and the antidote. Okay, the antidote of Facebook poisoning and going into Facebook or Twitter. Okay, right. So yeah, so those are among the topics. Okay, like when talking about Twitter, you can also go talk for topics like Twitter culture, checking reliability and validity on Twitter, something like that. So those are among the topics and not titles. Okay. All right. So after you have selected your topic, okay, you can start gathering information. Okay, go to the library. Everything is at your fingertips. You can just go online to the library. Okay, make use of the library. You paid for the facilities. Your ITM paid for the facilities for you to use. Okay. Locate and evaluate research websites, encyclopedias, yearbooks, conduct interviews. Oh, you don't need to go to that extent, but um, when you go for materials, do not go for blogs. Yeah, so you have to be selective. You don't go for personal blogs as part of your resources. You go for website articles, organization websites, okay, journals, books, e-books, newspaper, magazine, legit ones. Okay, I don't want you to go for personal blogs. Very wrong. Okay, we don't do that. Not only for ELC590, for academic purposes. Okay, even for other assessments as well. Other assignments. Okay, other courses. As long as you're in university, okay, don't go for personal blogs. Okay, right, as simple as that. Okay, so that is all. Okay, for gathering information. Okay. Selecting topics and gathering information. So how to get topics and information, that one is general. Okay, general in a sense that it can be how you want to find topics, okay, and how do you want to find topics, and set the purpose, and how to get information can be applied for both informative and persuasive speech. Okay, now I'm going to of course introduce you to you see, if you see in my materials, there are a lot of materials. Okay, yeah, okay, there are a lot of materials for you to look at. So I'm not going to cover everything. So you can look at sample videos. This one is introduction for attention getter. Okay, I'll give you more videos later. And this one is the outline for informative speech. Okay, now let's go for. Seems impossible, isn't it, to finish in 1 hour? Okay, now we're going into informative speech. Okay, what is informative speech? Informative speech is designed to convey knowledge or understanding, as simple as that. So that's why I asked you just now, what is it that you want your audience to know? What is it that you want to deliver to them? Okay, for example, many of them might not know, okay, why does viruses has many variants, okay, like why they evolve, okay, as simple as that. Okay, so you want to let them know how the process works. Okay, all right. Now, informative speeches can be out of 4 things. Okay, so you can, okay, inform about objects. Okay, objects, certain objects that you wanted to know, you want them to inform certain existence of something. Okay, right, for example, I don't have objects here. Talking about sanitizers. Okay, that is an object. Okay, what is it that you want to inform? Okay, so maybe types of sanitizers, hand sanitizers or whatsoever. Okay, all right. So and then you can, okay, inform them about processes, right? You can inform them, like for example, how to change your flat tire. Very simple. Okay, how to book a flight ticket. Okay, macam tu. But remember, when you give processes, you do not get too carried away, as in you just give them step by step. Okay, you need to have elaboration for each step as well. Okay, and you have to make sure the process can be delivered within six minutes. Okay, so not only step by steps that they have to do, like for example, other steps like how to grow something, how to grow plants in the pot. Okay, for example, how to be healthier. Okay, those kind can be also processes, and you have to be mindful when it's about processes. You need to have sequence. Okay, what is the first, second, third, macam tu. So you cannot skip the processes. So you have to be mindful about processes. And then we talk about events. You can also inform people about events. For example, other than history, for example, like the event of the opening of border, Malaysian border for international purposes, for example, that is an event. Or Hari Raya, that is an event. Or certain occasions, okay? All right, and then we have concepts. Concepts, it's a bit abstract, okay? So you can share whatever concepts that you want, but I think if you want to present concepts, you have to put extra effort on it, because you want to inform. When talk about concept, most of the time it is abstract, so it's hard for the audience to understand unless you're very good at it. You know how to simplify the concepts. Okay. Now, so this is what I mentioned. Do not underestimate. Okay. So do not be too technical, too abstract. Okay. Now, talking about visual aids. Okay. Visual aids already. Okay. Now, I will present visual aids next week. Remind me on that. So basically, I want you to know what is informative speech. So informative speech is basically what is it that you want to convey, the information that you want to convey, and what are the types of speeches. Okay, what are the things that you can inform? Okay, it could be about objects, process, events, or even concepts. Okay, because I'm going to move into so if you look here in your Google Classroom, so informative speech organizational pattern for main ideas. So this is among the things, okay, you can expect for informative speech. This is the template lah. Okay, you have topic, what is your purpose, what is your specific purpose. Attention getter, I will cover next week. That is part of the introduction. Okay, reason to listen. These are all introduction. Okay, credibility. Okay, so how do you organize your ideas? It can be topical. Topical means by category. Okay, category, or you can you use it by cause and effect. Okay, cause and effect, problem solution. Okay, you can do that. So you have to decide. So most of the time, informative is topical, like object, for example, advantages of hand sanitizer. So advantages 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, those are topical. Okay, it is considered as category. Like how to save money in your piggy bank. So setelah. Okay, all right. Okay, so I'm going to move to one last slide. So far, any question? Okay, so far I hope you understand what is persuasive speech. Yeah. Okay. Now, what you have on your screen now is your central idea. So if you go back to the outline, central idea is part of the introduction. Okay, where you're going to pin your idea. So central idea is a complete sentence that sums up the major ideas of the speech. Okay, it controls the content, should be clear and concise. Okay, you have to avoid figurative language, meaning you have to be straightforward. Okay, do not be vague or overly general. Now, meaning that in your introduction there is a sentence. Okay, that is a sentence, or if it's in reading we call it thesis statement. A sentence that will inform you, that will inform the audience what you will present. Okay, so, right, for example, this is your introduction, for example. So when I was young, I always knew that I wanted to become a teacher someday. Okay, so this is introduction. This part, attention getter, I will teach you next week. When I played, I would often gather my dolls together and pretend to teach them how to do maths. problem or how to read a book. Okay, as I grew older, my desire to become an ESL teacher became clearer as I did some volunteer teaching overseas and in the United States. As I look back on my reasons for becoming a teacher, the three reasons that stands out are my love for English language, my innate interest in how people learn, and my desire to help people. This sentence is what we call central idea, because this sentence alone, okay, can give the audience, your audience, the idea of what you're going to present. So what is it that you're going to present? You want to present the reasons. Okay, these are the reasons why you want to become a teacher, and the sub points out. And the reasons that you want to become a teacher is because you love the language, you love how people learn, and you really want to help people. So when your audience listen to that, oh, it's very clear. Okay, so these are the things that I'm going to expect from the presenter. Okay, that is what we call central idea. Let's look at another example. Psychologists have argued for decades about how a person's character is formed. Numerous psychologists believe that one's birth order, okay, has the greatest influence. So I believe birth order can have a significant impact in the formation of a child's character, that it can strongly affect one's relationship with others and how one views responsibility as an adult. So this is another interesting topic. Okay, your character, so mean to say that today in other words, meaning to say that I believe that your position in the family, okay, your position in among your siblings, okay, will affect how you bring yourself, okay, to others. Okay, like for example, if you are the youngest or the eldest, okay, if you are the only child, macam tu. So another interesting topic. Okay, now key features of central idea is it states the main topic, the main idea of the speech in a complete sentence, not in a question. You cannot have central idea in the form of a question. Okay, it has to be in a sentence, a statement. It is usually at the end of an introduction. Okay, at the end, I will show you. You can go back to your template later, and next week after we are done with the attention getter, I will show you the order of the introduction. It doesn't just state the topic itself. Okay, like today I'm going to present about health issues. No, that is too general. Okay, and it does not directly announce your main topic. Like today I'm going to present about health issues. No, so you see, these sentences are very explicit. So you can see that after a few okay, so after a few after several experience of learning, so I wanted to know. So it's not very direct. Okay, so make sure central idea is not too general. So we're going to look more into what is ineffective and more effective central idea. So like for example, ineffective, paying college athletes a salary is a good idea. Okay, this is too general, and this is an opinion. So how can you refine it? So you can change it to college athletes who generate millions of dollars in revenue for their schools should receive a $250 monthly salary as part of their scholarships. So now this one is clear. Okay, why do you want to give them salary? Because they generate millions of dollars, okay, for the college. All right. Now another one, users of the laser. It's too broad. So how can you make it effective? The laser is not very direct here. So the laser is a highly versatile device with important uses in medicine, industry, and communication. So when I listen to this, I know that you're going to highlight the use of laser in medicine, industry, and communication. So you see, it's more effective because instead of this one, okay, it's too broad. What is it that you're going to talk about? Okay. Now, and then you can also start another example. How does indoor soccer differ from outdoor soccer? So played on a smaller enclosed field that resembles a hockey rink with artificial, more scoring and different strategies than outdoor soccer. Okay, so these are the things that you're going to highlight in your presentation. Okay, now the problem of another example, how to refine central ideas. So the problem of pollution in big cities. This is not a complete sentence. There are missing ideas. Okay. So a complete one could be the problem of pollution in major cities can be alleviated by creating. So this is the central idea, and these are the sub points. How you're going to solve the problem of pollution in major cities? Okay, not you guys. Okay, so why should marijuana be legalized? Now, this is a question. Remember, no question in a statement. A question can be posed in attention getter, okay, but not central idea. So marijuana should be legalized because it can provide numerous medicinal benefits. Okay, why you want marijuana to be legalized? Because this is the sub points. Okay, so these are more samples of effective and ineffective. What you call that central idea. So I learned to play many musical instruments when I was young. So this is not considered a good central idea because you're just giving out facts. Okay, it doesn't give the writer's opinion or nothing to explain or to prove. But learning to play many musical instruments when I was young helped me to become a more intelligent and well-rounded person. So you wanted to share the benefits of learning musical instrument. So intelligent and a well-rounded person. Right. Now, what about this one? Okay, last one. Social media websites are some of the most popular haunts on the internet. So, this thesis statement doesn't give the writer very much to explain. You don't have the sub points here. But if you refine it to social media websites are some of the most popular haunts on the internet as they have revolutionized the way people communicate and socialize on the web. So you give reason why internet is the most popular haunts in social media is the most popular one on the internet. So you have to be clear in your central idea. Okay, so central idea is part of your introduction, part of your introduction. All right, so as for today, weekly activities, what I want you to do is so you go to your classwork. As for HM students, you have to submit two. Okay, week one activity and week two activity. Okay, still four. The rest, I hope you can join. Okay, join your what you call this? Join your Google Classroom and HM. Okay, you can do that right after I will dismiss the virtual class. Okay, more are joining. All right. Okay, so for week two is you have please form a group of 5 to 6 people to discuss on. Okay, let's now go into intention getter. So I want you to discuss topics, purpose, and central idea of your presentation. Okay, informative speech. Okay, meaning to say that okay, you are going to discuss and video record your discussion. Use whatever platform that is feasible, as long as I can see everybody speak. Okay, maybe 5 to 6 is too big. You can go to 4 to 5 or 3 to 4, up to you. Okay, all right. So only one submission per group, and list the team members when submitting your recording. So if you think that it's too big, you can go for 3 to 4. Okay, you have to meet Google Meet or whatever Meet, because Google Meet is no longer having recording features. You have to find alternatives on how to record. Like for example, record screen, okay, WhatsApp video call whatsoever. As long as you sit in a group, okay, you discuss, okay, you discuss with your group members. Okay, so each and everyone has to present your ideas, your central idea, your topic, central idea, and purpose. Okay, so let's say for example, I think I'm going to present. I have chosen the topic of health benefits of eating berries, for example. And my central ideas is this and that, and I want to inform them about why they need, why maybe many of them do not know, okay, the health benefits of eating berries. So I want to inform them that. So the rest of the group, okay, the rest of the team members, you are welcome to constructively comment on your friend's presentation. Okay, I think uh, I think berries is common. I think many people know berries, but why did you talk about some food that is like superfood or whatsoever macam tu, okay? Maybe rare. So take, okay, not take, consider, okay, consider your friend's opinion because they are your audience. Okay, do you think topic of smoking is interesting? No, I don't want to listen. Sorry, but I don't think smoking is good for a topic because it's too cliche. Okay, and they know what to expect for smoking. When you say people, why people have to stop smoking, maybe you can go about um like the history of smoke, for example. I don't know, macam tu. Okay, so consider opinions from the floor, okay, from your friends, okay, and discuss it. Okay, that's why you're going to have that in a group. Again, as long as you submit, everyone speak in the group, you will get your 0.5 marks. And don't forget to list your team members when you submit. Okay, so only one submission. I repeat, only one submission per group. So any representative from the group can submit the presentation, the which two activities. Okay, all right. Okay, any questions before I dismiss? And you can go for your weekly, you can go to do your weekly activities. Any question?
No, madam, no question.
Thank you, Rashidi. So I think you guys are clear what is on how to select a topic, okay, the do's and don'ts of selecting topic, okay, how to decide on the central idea. Well, purpose everyone should not change. It should be to inform what is it that you want to inform, and what is informative speech. For this week until I will let you know when, okay, we will be focusing on informative speech, okay, but when you select topics, it can be applied for both, both speeches. Okay. All right. If you don't have questions, do not forget to take your attendance in.
Madam. Where is the due date?
It should be during class time, but since this is a group work, I'm going to extend a bit. So and in fact, because of HM students just joined, I will give you before the weekend. Okay.
Okay, madam. Thank you.
I think you have ample time for that. Okay. Thank you for the question. Anything else before I dismiss the class? I think I answered your question just now. Yeah. Question from Rashidi. Okay. Any other questions?
Miss,
Yeah.
means in the group task, only have one presented and the other student will become the audience, or each student must present their idea.
Okay. I will not use present for week 2 activities. If I used that earlier, sorry. You don't have to present to your friends. That would be nerve-wracking, isn't it? So you share your topic. Okay. So everyone has to share your topic because everyone can be commented on. Okay. For improvement of your topics. Okay. So just start like because the intention of doing weekly activities is for you to speak. Okay, and to start ice breaking and to get you used to presenting. So okay, I will go first. I would like to share. I have chosen this topic. So my central idea is this. My purpose is this. Okay, what do you think of my topics? Okay, so it's a discussion. So let's say I think you should do this. But what do you think? So it's a discussion. Okay, so after friend number 1 is done, so friend number 2 So now friend number 2 is up. So friend number 2 can say, okay, my turn. So I would like to present a topic on what? Okay. So something like that. Okay. So not necessarily presenting. So you share and the rest can comment and share their thoughts. And yes, Siti Khadija, thank you. Everyone must share their topics so that yeah, it can be discussed. Okay. Right. If you think 3 in a group is 3 or more is hard for you to do, you can also work in pairs. Boleh lah, as long as not individual. Okay, I won't be too rigid. As long as you have someone to talk to. Okay. All right. Someone to give opinions on your topics. Okay. All right. Of course, the more the better. All right. Okay. Another question? Thank you. Calling once, twice. Okay, I guess that's it. Don't forget again to take your attendance in near future. Okay.
Okay, madam.
All right. Thank
All right,
you.
madam.
You can have the next hour to do to find a topic and decide on your group. And selamat buku for later. And see you next week. Have a great week.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, madam.
Yes,
Thank you, madam.
See you next week.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you.
Thank you, madam.
All right. To you too.
Thank you, me.
Hi, Adina. Adina, did you just join?
Hi, yes.
Are you from HM?
HM2413C.
C? I don't have C in my group. I only have D.
Yes, I'm D actually from C.
Okay.
Hari tu tak sempat register. Sorry.
Adina, we already have finished with our lecture. So, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Lecture only goes for 1 hour for ELC590. So, luckily you joined before I dismissed. So, you can look in the chat box. Okay. Chat box, there's a link for Google Classroom for HM and also Telegram group for you to join. Okay.
Alright.
So you join the Telegram group and then you can get also the Google Classroom and code from there. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Alina. Okay. Don't forget to take attendance, yeah, Alina. I can see that.
Alright. I've already.
You attended and you have to do the weekly activities. Please catch up with your friends, with your classmates of D group to 413D. I have explained everything about the course and everything. Okay.
Alright. Thank you.
Alright. Thank you. You join the Telegram group first because I'm going to end the meeting.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.